Hi, welcome to SharePoint Unscripted. This is Kyle, and today I'm making two videos. A short one giving you my explanation for what SharePoint governance is and means. And the second one is sharing my process that I go through with my clients to start the governance planning process and really get things going and all the things you have to consider and do and think about. So let's talk about in general terms what governance is or means. And so I went on the interwebs and I found a little bit of information just generally about governance. So the short one I got from dictionary.com, the exercise of control, which really doesn't cover it. I found a better one from businessdictionary.com, establishment of policies and continuous monitoring of their proper implementation by the members of a governing body of an organization. It includes mechanisms required to balance the powers of the members with the associated accountability and the primary duty of enhancing the prosperity and viability of the organization. Yes. All right. And then I went and got some keywords because I wanted to kind of have build a concept in my head. So participation, consensus, strategic vision, responsiveness, efficiency, effectiveness, accountability, transparency, equity, authority, control, and administration. These are the things that are important. So that's general business governance. SharePoint governance includes all that, but takes it a lot farther. So I look at a governance plan as the organization's playbook for delivering SharePoint as a business service to the people, because SharePoint affects everybody in the company in some way or another, and if it doesn't now, it eventually will. And if it's not a mission critical app now, it will become one. And you're going to have a lot of your data out there, and it's important data, and you want to protect that data, and you want to protect your people and the technology and keep things under control, because SharePoint, if ungoverned, becomes a sprawling wasteland of information and that dies on the vine. It has the potential of becoming worse for folks than using their file share. SharePoint also has a learning curve. It also requires experience to set up. It also requires a lot of decisions on how you're going to operate. It's where your vision for SharePoint is going to be. It's the why. Here's why we're doing this. Here's our objectives and goals and dream. But it's not just that. It's not just theory and nice, warm, fuzzy feelings. It's not a TED Talk. It's a plan, and it has to have operational, actionable things that you're going to do to make your SharePoint happen and happen well. We have to define ownership roles and responsibilities because there's a lot of people involved. If we want to do app development, if we have to maintain our own servers, you got DBAs and network architects and enterprise architects, and you've got your systems admins and your farm administrator for SharePoint, and that could all be the same person, but someone has to do all that. Someone's got to set up your load balancers. Someone's got to stand up your servers, install, configure, all that kind of stuff. It's more than just your vision and goals and objectives. It's actions. It's strategy. It's here's how we're going to go about it. Here's our policies that we have so that people stay out of trouble. We have existing ones that we can just use, but maybe we have to make new ones. How are we going to do things? How are we going to hand out sites? Who are we going to let do what? Do the people we give sites to, can they just create subsites all day? Do they have to have any training? All that kind of stuff. And training. How are we going to do training? And adoption. How are we going to do adoption? Is it important? Are we going to form an adoption committee? All that stuff springs out of governance and has to be considered. Identifying policies, guidelines you already have to achieve your objectives, defining your service offering, that's all around governance. And we're going to get into more of that, but let me leave you with this. SharePoint governance is really important. Skipping that part of SharePoint planning and just standing it up ain't going to do it. So most of this you've heard before. This is nothing new. I just wanted to start here and give folks a taste. If you want to know more, you can watch my second video and I'll take you through the process. Or you can go elsewhere and do whatever you want. The world is your oyster. If you like this video, make sure to hit like down below, or subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Also, you can check out the description. I'll have links down there that pertain to this topic, to helpful videos and other sites and posts and whatnot. So I'm done now.